Hello and welcome to your class of economics. We have already studied a few topics of this chapter and we are on the last topic for revision, that is significance of macroeconomics. Now these are the different observations why macroeconomics is required to study. Okay, so first point is there, the descriptions of economy. So the description of economy, then the second topic, road map of growth and development, then third topic, economic stability, fourth topic, BOP, that is balance of payment, and BOP status we are going to study. Then fifth is problem of poverty and environment pollution. Okay, then sixth point is policy and formulation. So we are going to deal with the description of economy, the first topic. Now, significance of macroeconomics. Okay, the first topic was description of under this estimation of national income. Then also comes about the study of unemployment. Then third, it's also come about the government budget. Okay. So now this description of economy under the macroeconomics, that provides us the deep description of economy. Okay, the estimation of national income means the estimation of all the sectors of the economy, and then it's revealed the nature of the economy in our country. Then second, study of unemployment. It shows the problem of unemployment and also that how we can combat it. Then government budget. Now this government budget shows that how government regulates the economy. Now we talk about the second point. So these things are there under the description of economy. Now we are moving to second point, that is second will be roadmap and roadmap for growth and roadmap for growth and development. Now see, the macroeconomics offers the roadmap for growth and development. How? Like different programs and policies are being drawn according to the need of economy. Okay, means whatever economic needs, according to that, different programs and policies are being formulated so that the economy can be, with the help of that we can the growth and development could be there in the economy. Okay, then we talk about the third point, that is economic stability. Okay, so economic stability. So how this economic stability can be there? So this can be done by the two things. Okay, that is monetary policy is there. Okay, and one more is there, fiscal policy. And fiscal policy is also called as budgetary policy. Okay, so this monetary policy is controlled and regulated by the, or it is formulated by the central bank. As you know, what is the central bank? That is RBI. Okay, so this monetary policy is formulated by whom or regulated by whom? That is RBI. Then this fiscal policy, second one, fiscal policy, or that is also known as budgetary policy, is formulated by the government. Okay, so now we move on to the fourth point. Fourth point, then balance of payment, that is known as BOP. Okay, status. So this balance of payment shows our status or economic status with the rest of the world. Okay, means this balance of payment status shows the country's economic status with compared to the rest of the world. And this balance of trade is also there. Okay, BOT. Then this is also called as balance of trade. Okay, means here export and import. Okay, now this balance of trade shows that how much we can export, we are in capacity to export, and how much we are in compulsion to export. Means import exports are also taken under this balance of payment and balance of trade. Okay, then now we talk about so the fifth point is now problems of poverty and environmental problem. Pollution. Okay, so this under the problem of poverty and environmental problem, that is pollution. Sorry, then under this macroeconomics provides to understand or to see the problem of poverty and the environmental pollution, and these problems are addressed on the behalf of macro model. Okay, so these problems are being addressed by the help of macro model. Okay, then we talk about the sixth point. Point policy formulation. Okay, so policy formulation, how being policies are formulated. So macro variables are there. Okay, macro variables means microeconomics variables. Okay, now these variables are aggregate demand, aggregate supply, total output, okay, total expenditure, consumption, total consumption expenditure, then investment expenditure. These things are there. This comes under macro variables. So these things helps means how the policy can be formulated and what is the capacity of the economy and what can be done with it. Okay. So with this micro variables, the policy, different programs and policies are being formulated so that it can help the economy to growth and for its growth and development. Now this chapter has been completed now with the revision purpose. So we will meet up with the next chapter.